guys, it is Tami here from stampwithtami.com. Welcome to a special edition of a live online class. Normally, I would be doing a how-to video tomorrow on Saturday, but I wasn't able to pull that together, so I thought let's do a special today on Friday, and that means for you, more prizes. Woo! We love prizes. So we are going to be creating a gorgeous card today. I don't know if you guys got to see it on Facebook yet, but it is awesome. I absolutely love it. And I'm very, very sad. The stamp set that we are using today, the Picture Perfect stamp set, is retiring. Oh no, sad face, sad face. And so I really wanted to get as much use out of it before it leaves the catalog, because I'll still be using it after it leaves the catalog. But I won't be doing as many classes on it. So I have tons of ideas for this card on my stampwithtami.com blog. And this one, it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful set to work with. This was designed by Veronica, and I hope that you guys absolutely love the card. Did I say giveaway? Did I say giveaway? I see a whole bunch of you guys have already popped on. If I'm looking down, it's just because I'm reading your comments. It's not because I'm being rude, I promise. And I welcome you guys. So how it works is I have not one today, but two. A Sarah Thing Paper Pumpkin. This is the April so coveted Paper Pumpkin kit. Everybody's looking for these. They're completely sold out. It is the most awesome kit. I do have it featured in my videos on my blog and here on Facebook, so you can see the reveal. You can see some alternate projects. It's amazing. I have two of these to give away today live right here on this. All you need to do is leave a comment right here on Facebook on this video. I'll draw two winners live at the end of this broadcast. Now, say you're watching this after the live is done. You're watching the replay on Facebook, or you're watching the replay on YouTube, and you go, oh, sad face, I didn't get a chance to win. Well, I've got something for you too. Don't feel too bad, because I have what I call the after live drawing, which is another exact same paper pumpkin kit. This is the Sarah Thing Paper Pumpkin kit. I will be drawing the winner of this one on May 26th and announcing the winner. So all you need to do to enter the after live, same as the live, is leave a comment. Now here's the bonus with the after live. If you share my broadcast on Facebook, from YouTube or Facebook, if you share it on your Facebook page and type in the comments shared with a D, shared, I will enter you a second time into the after live drawing. So you'll actually get two entries instead of one. So that's just a little bonus, because I appreciate you guys sharing. Share the love. I love you guys so much, and that's why I love doing this, because I love being able to hang out with you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Jean. Jean says, I love this site. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you all for sharing. I see Rachel and Brenda on there, and all kinds of people on there. My gosh, this is so exciting. I love that you guys are like, oh, you know, I don't like to waste a lot of time at the beginning. There's nothing worse than somebody hanging around forever and not getting right to the point, right? So let's get right to the point. We are going to be working with the Picture Perfect stamp set today. It is retiring. If you're not familiar with that, we only have until the end of May to get it. And there's a sale happening with the retiring product. So let me just pop over real quick and show you how to get to that. Just go to my stampwithtami.com blog, and that is, it's that the links are in the video to get here. And there's a link to my store. You just click on retiring products, and everything that's left, because this stuff is selling out fast, but everything that's left, and look at these awesome prices. Oh my God, right? Is here, including the Picture Perfect stamp set that I'll be using today is also listed here. Well, let's just say it's going to be here until May 22nd, where the stamp sets then become while supplies last as well, and when those sell out, they'll be gone. They're guaranteed until the 22nd of May, and then they'll be gone. Okay, so that is the little skinny on the retiring list. We've got like 2 weeks left there, just over 2 weeks left on how to get them. So let's get started with the stamping. If this is your first time here, welcome. Very excited to have you guys here. This here is a free PDF that I have also on my blog. Just follow the link in this video description, and you can download this for free. It's got the measurements for the card that I'm using today. It lists all of the products that I'm using today. There's a couple of them that are retiring, and even the Falling Petals folder that I'm going to be using is on sale. It is a great deal. And here's a bonus for you guys. I've taken the stamp set and listed the stamps, the colors that I'm going to be using on this. And so it just makes it easier. If you're making this card later, you can watch the video to help you, but the color chart is right here in the free PDF. And I also have a QR code here down the bottom, so it's easy to find the video later if you're making this later, as well as the URL here if you just want to type in the URL. If your phone isn't smart and can't do the QR code. So this is the Picture Perfect stamp set that we're going to be using today. It's what's called a 2-step stamp set. However, it's really like a 5 steps. the hummingbird is 4 steps. The flowers are 3. This is a 2-step, so you'll stamp. And I'll show you what that means as we start stamping. So it's easier to see it in action than to explain it. 1 minute. My iPad is acting up, so I can't see your comments. Oh, silly iPad. All right, hold on 1 second. That's okay. The iPad doesn't work. We'll just pull the phone in. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. So I'm really excited to see so many of you on here so fast. I'm like, you're amazing. Okay, so we're going to start with pink pirouette cardstock. And I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. And I think we're going to start with some stamping, and then we'll do our big shot work. So the first thing we're going to do is stamp our words in the basic black. And I took the words from this one that says, "You are made of wonderful." Kathy says she loves hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds too. I have all these flowers out in my backyard, and I dream of, you know what, I want a bigger piece. I dream of hummingbirds coming. Like my whole hope here is that hummingbirds are going to come in my yard. And they do occasionally, but they're not like I see in these videos on Facebook and YouTube where the hummingbirds go crazy and they land on your head and they dive bomb you and they're all over the place. My hummingbirds, if they have any inkling that you're in the area, scatter. So I never ever really get to see them. Okay, so I am going to cut this out of the stitch shape, but I'm going to do the rest of our stamping while we're down here stamping, and then we'll do all of our big shot at the same time. So just put that aside for 1 minute, and we're going to start stamping with the hummingbird. Oh, Peggy says she has lots of hummingbirds in Maine. I'm so jealous. So there are 4 pieces to the hummingbird that I'm going to use today. Now, here's the interesting thing. You don't actually need to use all of the pieces when you use this, but today I'm going to, and I'm going to show you a little tip as well. The colors that I'm using on the hummingbird are the Always Artichoke, Old Olive, and Real Red. Judy says, you have a hummingbird feeder. You know, I'm going to tell you a funny story about it. I have a hummingbird feeder, and the hummingbirds don't use it. I think they just laugh at me. They're like, ha, 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 silly human. So when I start stamping, I'm going to start with, I actually labeled these on my blocks, just so that I have here 1, 2, and 3, and that's the order that I'm going to stamp them in. And one thing I'm going to point out here, when I stamp, I'm going to start with the darker color. Actually, I'm going to stamp backwards on this one, I think. I'm going to stamp 3 first, and then go 2, and then go 1. And no, we'll go 1, 2, 3. I just like to confuse you, that's all. But what I wanted to show you is, do you see how these have a little tab? I call it the little boy part at the top of the hummingbird's head. As long as those line up when you do your stamping, your image will always line up. So it's a great little trick to use to get your images to line up. And all of the pieces have that on it. So I'm going to start with our full hummingbird here. He goes in the Always Artichoke, which is the darker of the images. And so I'm going to stamp that right smack dab on some Whisper White cardstock. And we'll get in a little bit closer here so you guys can see that a little bit better. And then we're going to go with number 2, which is the middle. So we started with this one. Now I'm going to this one. And I'm not entirely sure it matters what order you go in, but this one I like. This I just like to do it this way. It's a personal thing. So with the second one, I'm using Always Artichoke as well. I'm stamping off on a piece of scrap paper once. That's going to make our color a shade darker. Now, thanks to these photopolymer stamps being see-through, I can see right through as well if you forgot where you lined your arrow up on the bird. So that gives us a beautiful dimension. I mean, it almost looks real, doesn't it? That is so cool. So that's what the two-step stamping is. Now this one has a third piece to the hummingbird that I'm going to stamp in the old olive. And this one I'm going to stamp, I'm not going to stamp it off at all. I'm going to go right directly on the hummingbird, exactly with the full color. Oh, I love it. Isn't that amazing? It's so, I mean, it looks like it's real. It looks like it's going to fly right off of this piece of paper. Now, there's one more piece to this hummingbird, and it's his throat. I know it looks like a very odd stamp when you look at the case, but this is actually his throat, and it's going to go, I'm stamping this one in real red. It goes right up here on his neck. The specific colors. So Melanie's asking how I picked these specific colors. Actually, Veronica designed this, and she loves hummingbirds. And this just, it's so realistic. The colors just go so beautifully together. And as I mentioned, in case you're popping on later, the free PDF on my blog, I actually wrote on each of the pieces here. Like I have a picture of each of the pieces, and I wrote which colors I used and stamped off. So you can get this on my stampwithtami.com blog just simply by clicking on the link in the description. So that's our hummingbird all ready to go. Next, we're going to do the roses. Now for the roses, this is a three-step. Oh, my animals stuck together. This is a three-stepper. Again, they've got those, see those little tabs down the bottom to line them up. And we're using rose red and pink pirouette on these. So we want 2 roses. And I'm stamping these on scrap paper. So I'm going to start with the actual, I'm going to do this the opposite way and start with the full color, the lightest one first. So this is the full image rose. It's this one right here. We're going to work from the outside in. Whoops, and I just stamped it in the wrong color. I don't have a pad out, so we're just going to stamp it off on the scrap paper real quick. Okay. Back to the pink pirouette. I'm going to stamp 2 of these. 1, 2. Okay. And then next I'm going to do the middle image in rose red. I'm going to stamp that off on the scrap paper once so it's a shade lighter. And then again, if I line those tabs up, it will line up perfectly. But it's also very easy to see through. And last is the center of the rose. This is going to be also in rose red, but this time I'm going full color right on the flower. Oh, it's beautiful. So pretty. So those are our roses. Again, they jump out at you. So beautiful. Thank you, Vicki. I'm glad that the PDF helps you. That is that is my hope, at least when I create them. They are a little bit of extra work, but they're so worth it when you're actually creating something. If you can, look back at something and have that guide to help you, especially where it references you back to the video too. Okay, now the last piece I'm doing is the leaves. This leaf has 3 pieces. I'm only working with these 2 today. So I'm doing garden green and old olive for these 2. Now, let's see if I can remember this. Okay, old olive is going to be the solid image of the leaf. I didn't stamp it off, and we need 2 of those. And I've got a little, this the medium image I'm going to do in the garden green. Again, not stamping off. I had that marked and I can't see through it. Okay. All right. So this is our leaves here. You can see it creates a really pretty, I'm just going to hold that up to the light a little bit. Such a pretty color combination. I never would have thought of that. So I appreciate Veronica every day, everything she does. She's so amazing. But it was just such a pretty combination. And this was one of her favorite sets too. So we're doing a little tribute to the Picture Perfect stamp set today before it goes away forever. So now we're going to fussy cut. This is kind of like adult coloring books. It's very therapeutic. You're going to cut around each of the images and just leave a tiny little border. And okay, this is a current set, Peggy, but it's only current for another 2 weeks. This is about to retire. So before I go, and I'm not going to cut all of these out for you today. You're going to thank me for this through the magic of Facebook Live. Ta-da! I've got them all cut out for us. We've got that, and we've got our... Yay, right? This is retiring. It's in the current catalog, and the current catalog is retiring. That was a question from Deborah. The current catalog is only available for another couple of weeks. And after that, this stamp set and any of the retiring products will be gone. You can get the list of what's retiring by clicking on the link in my description in this video. And lots of it's on sale. So these are our images that we've stamped from the stamp set. Now we're going to start our big shot work. So, I mean, this really, so fun to do, so beautiful. I've got other ideas I'm going to show you at the end here with this stamp set. It's one of my favorites, and I'm very, very sad. There are certain sets that, you know, just have your heart. This one has mine. Okay. Yeah, Peggy says, oh, wow, I better order this quick. Yes, absolutely, because it's going. All right, so now I'm bringing in the Big Shot die cut machine. And I am going to use a framelit die. So what I've got here is the platform. These pieces all come with the Big Shot. It's got the Big Shot platform and thin die adapter. We've got one cutting pad down. And we're going to take the white scrap that we used to stamp the words on. And I will take, this is the Stitched Shapes framelits. They are so very cool. They also have squares. They're on the back here. And where's my original? I just want to make sure I grab the right size because I didn't write it down. Oh my gosh, I lost my card. Sometimes I'm too efficient. There it is. Okay. So I think this is right. Okay, so this here is the second to the largest circle from the framelit set. This would also work really good on the magnetic platform if you had it available. Okay. All right, Diana must have come in late. Hi, Diana. She's wondering what colors did we use for the hummingbird. Diana, on the free PDF on my blog, you will find a color chart. And that color chart says exactly what I just did on this hummingbird. It's right here. You can download the free PDF, and it's all there for you. Okay. I'm also giving away 2 April Sarathing paper pumpkins at the end if you leave a comment in case you came in late and missed that part too. I don't want you to miss out on the free stuff. All right, so this is why I love this die. I'm just going to, zoom you in. If I can get my cardstock out of it. Look at this. It looks like it was stitched. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so cool. And it's just such a quick, easy little embellishment for your card. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. She says the card's awesome. This set is one of my favorites. It made our top 10 list of things you must have from the retiring catalog. All right, so next up, I'm going to take the, this is the card base. I'll get you back out here so you can see. This is the card base, and what I've done is an 8.5 by 11 that I've cut in half, and the measurements are on that PDF. And I'm going to take the retiring, oops, not you. This is the retiring falling petals folder. This is on sale, but it's only while supplies last. So when that sells out, it won't be there anymore. So hopefully it's still there this afternoon after I'm done this video. I know people have been known to go jump right over to the store while watching the video to make sure they don't miss out on stuff. Now, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm taking the fold of the card and I'm placing it right here on the edge of this this folder so that the hearts cover the entire front of the card base. And then I'm laying it down. I'm going to take the thin die adapter off while we're doing a folder. I'm going to lay it on one cutting pad. Then we're going to make a sandwich out of the cutting pad. So it's going to go one cutting pad, folder, second cutting pad on top. And then we're going to crank that through. Okay. Now here's another, this is another very, very cool trick. So here's what happens when you do that. Isn't that beautiful? Can you believe they're retiring this? Breaking my heart. It's killing me. I mean, it's just so awesome. It's textured with the hearts are just like flowing right up the card. All right. So the last piece of Big Shot work that we have here is we're going to take this is the brick wall impressions folder and the white scrap and just place that in there and then run this through the Big Shot exactly like we just did with the last one. And that will give us, ta-da, this. Now, here's where I'm going to tease you just a little bit. And not intentionally. Remember how I told you stuff just sells out on that retiring list? So I don't have any control over how quickly it sells out. And when this card was originally designed, the Project Life corner rounder was still available. This card is beautiful with or without that corner rounder punch. My original card that I showed you has it. So just to show you how cool it is without it, how you don't need it to make the card amazing, I'm not going to use it on this sample because the corner rounder punch is gone. saying a little piece ode to the corner rounder punch. It's very sad. We did love it, but it is no longer available, and the rest of this isn't that the stamp set is not far behind it. Okay, so next up. We've got just some assembly. We've done all of our stamping. We've done all of our Big Shot pieces. So how quick is that, right? And now we just do some assembly. Now, a lot of the assembly on this card I did with Stampin' Dimensionals. And these are just fun little pop dots that are in my online store. And Cindy, yes, you did make the live. Welcome. She's so cute. Just like, oh my God, I made it. Woohoo. And so I'm just peeling off the protective backing on the back of the Stampin' Dimensionals, and that's going to go right in the center of the card. And then we're going to put down the circle here, also using Stampin' Dimensionals. And my package is empty, so I got to pull out another sheet. I eat these things, I swear. Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what? This is a very good idea, Karen. She says that the envelope punch board also has a corner rounder punch. That's great. That is a handy tip. If you need it, you can use it there. So hopefully they'll come out with another one someday, but it's not in the new catalog right now. So I guess rounded corners are going out of style for a little while. All right, so that circle is going to go over to the right-hand side just a little bit, and then we're going to put our roses down. I'm going to do the roses one at a time, because one of them has full dimensionals on the back and the other one only has them on half, and I'll show you why. Karen, you know what? I do save the edges of these to use for thin pieces. She says, I love my dimensionals and I use every little bit of them, as you should. But these skinny little edges are perfect for when you have tiny little banners and little pieces, and I do save them for that. Okay, now the second rose, I want it the same height, so I'm actually just going to put snail on the back of this side and just dimensionals over here, so they layer like this. And so where I hid my snail. The snail is a double-sided adhesive. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of that on one side of the flower. There we go. So that all is all poppity pop pop pop. And the hummingbird, the same thing. I'm only going to put dimensionals on his wing and his tail, and I'm going to put some snail on his beak because it's going to go over these roses. Cindy says, happiness is a new package of dimensionals. Spot on, girlfriend. Okay. So he is flying right over these roses, as he should. Isn't that beautiful? Now these guys, I really just kind of piece them in. Now you can use snail or mini glue dots on them. I'm using snail because that's my adhesive of choice. I just kind of stuck them together, and then I'm just going to gently lift up here and piece them in the back, and our card is complete. That is how quick and easy it is to make this card with the most amazing stamp set that I'm going to be very, very sad at the end of the month when it no longer is available. This is the Picture Perfect stamp set that we're using today. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Thanks so much for the hearts. Oh, I love you. There is a free PDF on my blog in case you came in late and missed this part. This has all of the dimensionals on it. Dimensionals? We're just talking about pop dots. All of the dimensions on it. And it's also got the supplies. And I wrote down what colors I used on all of the stamp pieces there for you. All right, you guys. Who's ready to win a paper pumpkin kit? You got about, I don't know, maybe a minute, maybe less than a minute to leave a comment. And I've got 2 to give away live. So I've got 2 kits live and then 1 for the after live for those of you watching later or on YouTube. So first thing I'm going to do is pop over to our giveaway site. And don't forget, if you share this broadcast and type shared with a D, you will be entered into the after live drawing twice. You actually get 2. You get a little second chance there, a little better chance than just a regular. We're going to pick a winner here. The first winner of our paper pumpkin kit is, wait for it, drum roll, Hilda Guy. Congratulations, Hilda. Woo! And the second winner is Betty Winnie. All right, congratulations, Hilda and Betty. Be sure to fill out the prize claim form on my stampwithtami.com blog. You can get to that at the link in the video description, and I will get these right out to you. I have one more April paper pumpkin kit to give away. One more of these special kits. And just leave a comment from now till May 26th. And if you shared this broadcast on Facebook and type that you shared it, you'll be entered twice. All right, guys, I'll be back next Tuesday with another live online class and some more giveaways. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining me today.